Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about Shanquella Robinson. There's new information unfolding every day about this case. Now, there's a new video of Miss Shanquella Robinson at the resort that she was staying with the so-called friends, and you could see Shanquella, walking to a room where she asked them, why is it that they're not in their bathing suits? Because evidently, based on what she was saying, she was in her bathing suit and she was ready to go. But from the clip, you can get the feeling that those friends were on a different vibration from Shanquella. It's as though that wasn't the reason for the trip, as her dad had said. You know what? No one knows their child better than a parent. And when the dad said that, I know that many people had questions, but this clip that is going around actually confirms what Shanquella's dad said. Her friends took her there because they had a ulterior motive. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play that clip for you guys. Then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
Get naked. It don't take that long to get naked, hoes. Where y'all at? She told me I'm gonna keep it hot. You gonna keep it hot? What?
I'm gonna keep my hot bathing suits and I don't want to wear it because
They, what Go said, they croup.
the one that's like mediocre is in my check-ins. I can't wear them.
Now, guys, there's so many misinterpretation of what Shanquella said in that moment, and I was able to find a TikToker who was able to break everything down in that little clip right to the T. And I'm going to play that clip for you guys in a sec. But before I get into that, I must say this. Do you guys observe how Shanquella was excited and pumped up and ready to go? But her friends were there slouching. It's as though they were plotting something and she got in the midst of it. Because when you go out to have a girls trip or you go out to have a great weekend or birthday with your friends, everyone is pretty much pumped up, practically always drunk, if not drunk, having a hangover, something like that. But Shanquella was on a different vibration. Her vibration was high, and the friends were like, we can't talk. We have to cut this conversation right here. So I'm going to play that clip for you guys with that TikToker who broke down everything that happened in that room in that moment. Because, lingo was involved and people were having their own interpretation, but I think this guy did an amazing job of getting that across. So let's get into that clip.
So from the previous video that I posted, there's a lot of confusion about the slang that is being used. So let's clear it up. Shanquella is walking around the villa looking for her friend, and she said, "Why you hoes at? I know it don't take that long for you hoes to get naked." When she says naked, that does not mean literally naked. That's a slang term for putting on bathing suits. So they didn't trick her into getting naked. As the video continues, she's walking around this big ass villa and no one is answering her. When she finally gets to the back of the villa, it looks like Khalil is opening the door. And she walks in the room and Dejanay is there complaining about bathing suits. So when Dejanay say, "I'ma keep it hot," that's the same as "I'ma keep it 100. Dejanay say, "I'ma keep it hot. These bathing suits are too cute for me to wear." But you on vacation. How can bathing suits be too cute for you to wear? She then goes on to say, the mediocre ones are back somewhere. I don't know where she said that they are. I can't quite pick up what she said. And she said she can't wear those bathing suits. Shanquella makes a joke and she said, how them hoes said, cute, and everybody's just looking at her. Nobody's laughing. It's like no one energy is on the same level as Shanquella's energy. She's excited. She's ready to turn up. She want to have fun. She literally sounds like she's there to have a good time. I mean, she does travel a lot. That's what she loves to do. And they are all in a back room again without her doing God knows what. Because y'all wasn't getting ready. Because no one was in bathing suits. And it seems like the vibe kind of shifted when she walked in the room. they all looked like they were spooked on some shit. Like Dejanay was the only one talking. Everyone just was looking like aren't y'all supposed to be getting ready? And why are y'all way in the back? Ain't like y'all in the back turning up having fun. Y'all in the back just laying down on the bed and talking. So what are y'all actually doing back there? And why were y'all trying to be so far away from Shanquella? It's about 5 of y'all in that room on vacation. Why is it so quiet? Nobody else is even attempting to look for a bathing suit. It's like she caught y'all with y'all pants down and y'all didn't know what to do or say. Dejanay was the only one talking.
Now, it is evident that Shanquella was that girl. She was the it girl. And those little wannabes who are said to be on the loose, listen, the information about this, it is just so much. But it is said that her friends are now on the run, and there are different private investigators who are getting involved. I've heard that there are bounty hunters who are trying to, get involved to see if they can catch these friends. And the FBI has basically signed on the paperwork for her friends to be extradited to Mexico because the crime happened in Mexico. Not only that, what is interesting is that it was discovered that the Mexican authorities actually signed her cause of death to be alcohol poisoning because they did not want to have the death of a tourist, of an American national at that, on their hands dealing with. But I think that was very stupid of them. These people are professional. They ought to know better, because if someone from your country goes to another country and die under questionable circumstances, I mean, the loved ones at least is going to get an independent pathologist to do their own examination. And luckily, Shanquella's family did that. And that's how it was discovered that she had a, broken neck. This is really hard for me to talk about because I'm going to be honest with you guys. My daughter is an only child, and as such, there's a lot of sensitivity around this for me. And I realize that wherever an only child is, there's always some amount of jealousy from other people. There are other people who wants to be, their friends, but there's always jealousy in the midst. So, this one hit home, and it hit home so differently. You have no idea. So back to what I was saying before. So the Mexican authorities covered this up, ruled this out as alcohol poisoning. And I think that they should be held accountable, because how is it that someone is going to die in your country under questionable circumstances and you're going to rule this out as alcohol poisoning? Before, what they should have done is to hold on to those friends in the first place. Those friends should not have been allowed to leave Mexico. So I think that the Mexican authorities need to be fined in this death, and they also need to be held accountable. They need to go and trial as well, because they are a part of this cover-up. They are the massive part of the cover-up. And now that everything is unfolding, I'm wondering even if the American government can trust the Mexican authorities if they extradite these so-called friends for them to do the right thing. But based on the fact that this case is getting so much attention, it has gone global. It is the hot topic of the moment. It seems as though they want to do what is right in this moment, and they had that opportunity, they had that upper hand, and they failed miserably. So I think that something definitely needs to be done about that. However, based on information that I've read, it is now said that there are U.S. officials in Mexico investigating, and I don't know what is going to happen, because I believe that it's not just the friends who needs to be behind bars. I believe that the people who were on that scene saying that they were resuscitating Shanquella for over 2.5 hours. I mean, it's as though in that moment, because of her death, many of us weren't looking at the obvious, because the obvious is, how is it that you try to resuscitate someone for over 2 hours? That right there does not make any sense. And the fact that They did not hold on to, the friend's belongings or anything like that. It's as though this was something that they thought would have stained their country. And the thing that they were trying to avoid is now unavoidable, because the entire world knows that once a US national dies in any country, it's going to be a deep investigation. That investigation is going to be very thorough. So I think it was just very stupid of them and very unprofessional for them even to try and do such a cover up. But so far, I believe that, everything that Shanquella's parents said is on point. Her dad said that they took her to Mexico because that was their intention. And it seems as though that you can actually see where he was right about that. And it is said that there was $10,000 missing, and many people are theorizing that that amount of money is what was paid to, Mexican authorities for that cover up. And listen, let me tell you something. If that's the case, I think that, these people who did the cover up should be fined equally. They should not get a lesser sentence, because they are perverting the course of justice, which is definitely a no-no. This case is sad, as you can hear from my voice. It's sad, and it's really hard for me to talk about, because when I look at this girl, I'm looking at my daughter, bright eyes, same complexion, and my child is an only child just the same. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. It's not as though I wouldn't want to do more videos about this, but each time I try to record, I get shaky and I get really emotional. And then, tears starts flowing down my eyes, because I'm seeing my child when I look at this girl. So thanks guys for your time. Thanks for your efforts. And please, let's keep on fighting until justice prevails for this beautiful angel. See you all next time. Bye guys.